If you have ever stood in a tool aisle holding a drill kit and felt like you were choosing a phone carrier plan, committed for life, incompatible with everything else, surrounded by salespeople who each think their platform is the only logical choice, you already understand the battery platform problem. The drill does not matter. The battery matters. Specifically, the voltage, the brand, and the $200 to $1,000 worth of additional batteries you are going to buy over the next 10 years on whichever platform you choose today. Every major cordless battery platform on the market right now, explained by who it is actually designed for, in the time it takes to drink a coffee. The battery you choose is not a purchase, it is a commitment. Every tool you buy after the first one will be evaluated against whether it runs on the same battery. You will buy drills you do not love because they are on your platform. You will skip tools you do want because they are not. This is not a manufacturer conspiracy. It is physics. Different voltage systems require different cell configurations. The good news is that the platforms are genuinely different from each other in ways that make the right choice fairly obvious once you know what you are actually comparing. If you are the kind of person who needs a drill because you are assembling flat-pack furniture and occasionally hanging shelves, and you have no intention of using a circular saw anytime soon, the Ryobi 1+18-volt platform is your home. It is exclusively at Home Depot. It has over 225 compatible tools. The entry kit runs under $100. The battery is the same battery across every OnePlus tool ever made since 1996. Not a typo. Over 2 decades of backward compatibility, which means the battery you buy for the drill will run the orbital sander, the multi-tool, the spotlight, and the inflator you will eventually add. Ryobi is the platform that has thought seriously about the person who uses tools once a month and wants everything to work together without having to think about it. It is not the platform a roofing crew reaches for. It is the platform that has sold more tools than any other brand in the United States for multiple years running, because most tool buyers are not roofing crews. If your tools live in a bag that goes to job sites and you are making money with them, the Milwaukee M12 is the platform that most electricians and plumbers quietly prefer for the tools that need to fit inside walls and cabinets and junction boxes. 12 volts, over 150 compatible tools, a 1/4-inch ratchet that runs all day on a 2-amp-hour battery the size of your palm, a right-angle drill that fits where no other drill fits, a cable stapler, a pipe cutter, a soldering iron. The M12 is not the platform for power. It is the platform for access. If you have ever been in a ceiling and needed a drill that does not require a 12-inch clearance to operate, M12 is what solved that problem. It is also why electricians who start on Milwaukee M12 tend to also end up on Milwaukee M18, because TTI makes both and the brand loyalty compounds. If you are finding this useful, subscribe now. The second half covers the platforms where the professional tool decisions get more complicated and more expensive. If you are a professional who uses tools every day and you bill labor by the hour, the Milwaukee M18 is what most of the professional trades have standardized on. Over 300 compatible tools. The flagship M18 fuel impact driver generates 2,000 inch-pounds of torque. The Forge battery technology adds active thermal management to extend battery life under sustained professional loads. The specialty trade tools, the Propex expansion tool for plumbers, the short throw press tool for HVAC, the sectional sewer machine, exist on M18 and nowhere else. That is the moat, not the drill, not the impact driver. The tool that your competitor cannot replicate because it only runs on M18. At $279 for the M18 fuel impact driver kit and $169 for a standalone Forge 8-amp-hour battery, Milwaukee is not cheap. It is the platform you buy when the alternative is not getting paid because your tool cannot do the job. DeWalt's 20-volt max platform is the answer for everyone who needs professional capability without Milwaukee's prices, ecosystem lock-in, or willingness to be exclusively at Home Depot. Over 250 tools, available at both Home Depot and Lowe's, which matters when you need a replacement battery at 7 in the morning from whichever store is closer to the job. The FlexVolt 60-volt battery runs your 20-volt tools and your high-demand 60-volt tools from the same battery, which means one battery purchase covers both your circular saw and your framing nailer. The PowerStack flat cell battery, launched in 2022, delivers 50% more power in the same footprint as the previous generation. DeWalt is what you buy when you want Milwaukee's result, without Milwaukee's insistence that you do it exclusively their way. If your tools live outside rather than in a tool bag, the Ego 56-volt platform is the outdoor power ecosystem that changed the conversation about what battery-powered equipment can actually do. 100 and more compatible tools covering lawnmowers, zero-turn riders, chainsaws, snowblowers, pressure washers, and generators, all on the same ARC lithium battery. Ego held 49.5% of unit share in snow removal at Lowe's in the fourth quarter of 2024, which is not a niche result. It is market leadership in a category that was gasoline's home turf for a century. If you are converting a lawn care setup from gas to battery, Ego is the platform that lets you do it without accepting performance compromises. Greenworks 80-volt is Ego's closest competitor in the outdoor space and Costco's primary outdoor power partner. Pro Tool Reviews rated the Greenworks 80-volt chainsaw as one of the most powerful battery chainsaws in its category. Over 75 compatible tools on the 80-volt platform, available at Costco at the 14% markup cap, which means the same Greenworks chainsaw that Ego and Milwaukee cannot match on price is available to anyone with a Costco membership. If you already shop at Costco and you need outdoor power equipment, the Greenworks 80-volt deserves a look before you spend twice as much on a Milwaukee MX Fuel outdoor machine. Metabo HPT Multi-Volt is the platform for the professional who has been in the trades long enough to remember when it was Hitachi and respected it then. The multi-volt 36-volt battery runs both 36-volt and 18-volt tools from the same battery. One battery, two voltage levels, every tool in the catalog. It is a clever engineering solution to a problem Milwaukee and DeWalt solved with separate platforms. The ecosystem is smaller than Milwaukee's. The retail presence is primarily Lowe's, and the parent company is KKR, which is a private equity firm, which means the long-term platform commitment question is worth asking. But the tools themselves carry the Hitachi engineering heritage, and the professionals who use them know it. Master Force 20-volt Boost is the platform for the Midwest Menards shopper who wants competitive professional performance at a price the 11% rebate makes genuinely difficult to argue with. 2,400 inch-pounds of torque from the impact driver, higher than Milwaukee M18 fuel on the spec sheet. $132.78 after the 11% rebate. 3-year over-the-counter warranty. Fewer than 50 tools in the ecosystem, which is the honest limitation. If you are a Menards adjacent professional doing residential work who does not need specialty trade tools, the Master Force Boost is the platform that makes the Milwaukee Premium feel like a choice rather than a requirement. Every platform is the right answer for someone. Ryobi for the person who values simplicity. M12 for the person who values access. M18 for the person who builds time and needs the ecosystem. DeWalt for the person who wants professional capability without the single retailer relationship. Ego or Greenworks for the person whose tools cut grass and snow. Metabo HPT for the person who remembers Hitachi. Master Force for the Menards committed Midwesterner who checked the torque spec and did the math. The battery you choose is the platform you are committing to. Pick the platform that matches what you actually do, not the one with the most YouTube videos. If this gave you a clear answer about which platform fits your situation, subscribe. Every battery decision you make for the next decade follows from the one you make today. And knowing the platform before you buy the first tool is the one decision that actually matters.